asked about acknowledgement that it's okay if either of us change. And the
Oh,
thought that we're not going to change when we enter into a marriage after decades of being together.
that's right. That's right. There's this like old, terribly heterosexist idea that women marry hoping their men will change and men marry hoping their woman won't change, right? So everyone's set up for, disappointment or confusion. And I think, right. And that's, by nature of that very question, it's forward looking and it's uncertain, right? It's saying like, I think that both of us probably will change over the course of this marriage, but because it's about something unknown, we can't know how we're going to change. So what's our underlying foundational principle or value? And maybe it's something like we promise, we identify like what our relationship is founded by. And if it's founded by a willingness to be gentle with each other's evolution, or a willingness to find ways to celebrate evolution, because whatever changes we're going through, we can see that change in our partner as scary or the beginning of the end. But I suspect with just about every change, if we hold it long enough and gently enough, we can also find like the shimmery, beautiful element of the change too, right? Like, yeah, you're right. You aren't the 25-year-old, highly energetic, blah, 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 that you used to be, but my God, look at you now, right? Like there's in that change, there's loss of whatever, but I suspect that there is also like a settling into or an emergence of something else.
Yeah. I think that makes so much sense. What you're saying is that like, I think that people really get stuck on like the grief because, you're connected to this person who, and you know how they are. And as they're changing, right, having to grieve the person that you once knew. And it's something that you don't have any control over. So I think that keeps people stuck if they're kind of holding on to this old version,
Yes.
as opposed to saying, I need to grieve this old version and meet this new person.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's a beautiful thing I'm thinking about. I know Terry Real always talks about compassionate curiosity, right? And the thing I'm thinking about, I've been with my partner for 12 years. And last week after the shooting in Texas, we both had very different reactions. One of mine was, holy shit, I have 7 clients in a row tomorrow. All are parents. How am I thinking about how am I to get through and hold space for other people? And I was so surprised by my husband's reaction, which was so much fear, so much anxiety. Our daughter's going to school for the first time next year.
Oh, baby.
Yes. And so, but there was a part that I was surprised by his empathy, his fear, all these emotions, these things that it was so gorgeous. It's honestly sexy to see from him. It wasn't his usual. And I think we don't talk about enough about how hot and cool and awesome it is to find new parts of your partner.
Totally. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Which is what the compassionate curiosity is, because I think there is a way that there's a default setting in our brain that change equals bad. And like you're saying, Jennifer, like change equals loss. And we have to, I think when we know that that's our default setting, then we can set intentions or be really conscious to look for what's gorgeous and sexy and surprising in this shifting thing, because of course how your husband responded to this latest unfortunate round of shootings is different than how he would have responded when he was a man but not a father, right? So it's and when he was a father of a baby versus a father of a little girl who's going to soon be a school age kid. So you have a front row seat to watching his processing, his response also to this changing political landscape, right? Like that's
one of the things somebody wrote in about, is one of those things they didn't talk about. And I do think that this is prevalent. What we have seen since 2016, we have couples that said politics were never an issue in our marriage. Right?